If you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
If you're God and you know the future, it means that it's set in stone.
You didn't answer my question. If you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
If I know something, it doesn't mean that I caused it. If God knows something because he is omniscient and his knowledge is infallible, it cannot be wrong.
If you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
Can we do things?
Yo, chat, she can't answer questions. She is low IQ. I've been cooking you. It's been a bloodbath. Listen, I've been wearing all black because it's been a funeral. I wore all black today because there's been a funeral. And she rage quit. Get her up out of here. So you believe that we don't have any free will then?
I think free will is a concept that is made up, and I don't think that it predicts the way that we act. No.
Yeah, so like it doesn't exist, which is what you mean. Free will doesn't exist.
No,
okay.
I think
so.
I don't think so. And I don't think that you think so either if you're a Christian.
No, I do. But if free will doesn't exist, then everything would be predetermined.
Well, do you believe God is omniscient?
I'm asking you a question. You can't ask me. You can't. You have to answer my question before asking me a question.
So
I think I may have missed your question, Cooley. That's
okay.
You know, just being fair. That sounded like a statement to me. She may have thought the same thing, but it's so.
No, I asked it very clear. I said, okay. So if you don't believe in free will, then do you believe that things are predetermined?
So I believe that everything can be explained causally whenever we act, and I'm specifically talking about not metaphysically, not when we're taking a step back into like looking at how things work in not in regards to human cognition. When we do look at human cognition, the way that every action that we take and the thoughts that we have can be explained by prior causes rather than just in the moment suddenly you have this these desires. Like whenever you look at like the causes of your actions, it's not coming from thin air, which is what libertarian free will tends to assume. Instead, when I have a desire and I act on it, that can be explained by my prior conditioning, my biology, as well as my socialization, and that is what explains your actions. So being a determinist, that is what I mean when I say that we don't have free will.
Okay, so then it is predetermined. That would be a yes to my question, right?
I feel like predetermined is not the right terminology I would use. But
would you, if I could, maybe help clear this up? Is basically what you're saying.
I got you, Dane. I got you, Dane. Dane, okay. Real quick, I got you.
Go ahead.
Let's just have the back and forth.
All right.
You said that predetermined is the wrong term, but based off of what you explained, you said that I believe that we can find an explanation in most things, and by looking through the past, by looking through history, we can even about our actions and things like that. If we just look at things, we can basically, you're saying we can see like, oh, I was influenced here, which then triggered this reaction or this non-action. That's what you're saying, right?
So I'm not saying necessarily let's go back in time. I'm
not
saying
in time, but.
Okay, yeah, because you were saying go back into history and all these other things. I'm saying that when we look at how human cognition works, we can see that we are essentially like a bundle of our socialization and our biology. And these prior conditions predict how we act in each moment. For example, if I want to choose a blue shirt in the morning instead of a red shirt, I might feel in the moment that that's a kind of completely random idea. But what I don't realize is that in the past, I might have been kind of primed to like blue because I wore it a lot as a kid, or maybe because I saw it a lot on TV or whatever. Maybe biologically I'm primed to like blue more, just like aesthetically. That is the cause for my action, not something in the moment that was totally free. It's your circumstances and how you were born that causes your action. So I just want to be totally clear. That's what I mean.
Okay, so then it's a system of predictions is what you appeal to, a system of predictions, or is it a system that, or do you believe that we can actually have like, it can be guaranteed, it can be concrete, that based off of past experiences and XYZ, we can guarantee that your actions or your behaviors will be this way? Is it a guarantee or just solely a prediction?
It doesn't have to be guaranteed, although in certain scientific studies, they're able to actually look at your brain and what's going on there and be able to see what choice you're going to make pretty reliably, but that's not necessary. What I'm saying is that whatever you choose in any instance can be explained, right?
Totally fine. So if it isn't, totally fine, but if it isn't guaranteed, here's the thing, if it isn't guaranteed, then it's free will. If we can
That's not
predict
true.
some things, listen, from what you just said was nonsensical, and you
not.
actually proved free will with the words that
not.
came out of your mouth. I'll explain it to
did
you.
not.
You said that, well, we can look through your behaviors and the things that you was influenced by and your experiences and stuff like that to predict possibilities and outcomes and things like that, but it does not mean that it's guaranteed. So now I'm going to ask you a question,
That's
and I need
just
an
not
answer.
even what I said,
Why
dude.
isn't it not guaranteed?
Dude, what I'm saying is
Why
that
isn't
a
it not
scientist doesn't have to
guaranteed?
be omniscient. To
No,
be
why
able
isn't
to
it not
understand
guaranteed?
how the human brain works.
Why,
And number
if
one.
it's just
Number
predictions,
two,
why isn't
stop
it not
talking over
guaranteed?
me.
No,
Dude,
I need an answer
respectfully-
to the question.
He's
If it's not
asked-
predicted,
No, because
I'm
you're
asking you a
putting words
question.
into my
If it's not
mouth and you're
predicted,
not actually
why is
responding
no? You,
genuinely
I
to
did
the
it perfectly,
argument.
Zina.
So
It's all
once again,
predictions.
a
You said yes
Zina.
to it.
Stop talking respectfully,
Zina,
or we're not
Zina.
able to have a conversation.
The only way we can have a conversation or a debate is if there's a back and forth with a question and an answer, an assertion and a refutation. He's asking a question. If you don't want him talking over you, then please answer the question.
Dane, respectfully, as the moderator, you should understand that when someone reframes what you're saying into something else and then asks you a specific question on the basis of the reframing, it's not genuine debate. It's not debate etiquette. So I'm going to continue to restate what I said. And if he wants to ask anyone questions, then he can do
Respectfully,
that.
as the moderator, I'm not involved in the debate. As I said when we started, I'm just a traffic cop to try to keep the debate on course. So as it's going on course, he's asked you a question. Respectfully, if you just answer his question. If you ask him a question and he's trying to not answer it, or if he's not answering it clearly, if you will give me an opportunity, I will also defend your position. But what's not going to happen is for you to moderate the debate. So we need you
I'm
to
going to
answer
defend
the
myself
question.
if I'm simply not being engaged with in the proper way.
There's
what's
no
going
need for
on.
the meta. There's no need for the meta.
What meta? What?
The meta where you're having a conversation with me about how to moderate the debate. That's not
I'm
the
telling
topic
you
of the debate.
what is happening.
Cooley,
So I mean,
Cooley, would
I'm
you
gonna
like
just
to
we can
move
just
on,
continue
Cooley?
though. Let's continue.
Okay,
Though. I'm down to continue.
Zina, are you okay with me just restating the question?
Without reframing my words, 100%. Yes.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do it. Before I restate the question, I'm just going to do a little bit of meta to see if I got it right. Because, I'm not, all-knowing. I could have got it wrong. So you said that things are predictions, and you also said that it isn't necessarily guaranteed. Do I at least have that right? So human behaviors, we know it by, we can basically predict human behaviors, but it is not guaranteed. Do I at least have that part right?
So when we say it is, when you said it's not guaranteed, I knew that this was going to start a strange positioning of the argument.
All right, fellas, mission is critical. I was searching my name online and found tons of information that was way too personal. So I thought to myself, who has the ability to leak this type of information? And I found out there's companies called data brokers that profit out of selling your information to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. You already know I've been through many matrix attacks where people create fake pages of mine by using my data. And the same can happen to you. That's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep them off of these sites. They also do other things like bank fraud, identity theft alerts, and also VPN access. I want you to go ahead and utilize my link below in the description box for a 14-day free trial. At least you'll see if you've been compromised or not. Privacy is key nowadays, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link in the description box at aura.com/nofugazi and get 2 weeks free. That's more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed.
What I'm saying is that a scientist or some individual human does not have to know what every single human is going to do and how they're going to act. What we do know is cognitively how the brain works and how that explains every human action, even if we're not consciously aware in the moment that our decisions can be explained by our biology and our socialization. So that, I don't know where the word guarantee comes in.
I got it.
That's the argument.
So then based off of science, and we can, with us looking at the human brain through a microscope or some technology, can we come to a guarantee that humans would act in accordance to what was predicted? Like, can this prediction be a guarantee?
We know for a fact, and all our evidence scientifically when it comes to neurobiology, neuroscience, and psychology proves that our actions come from brain states as well as just cognitively how our brain works, is that we are a composition of our nature and our nurture. If you know anything about the nature and nurture debate, when it comes to how
Okay.
people act,
Can
right,
you
and how they
demonstrate it?
function, do you mean, do you want me to explain what the nature and nurture debate is? That what
No,
you're asking?
I understand about nature and nurture, meaning that we have our nature, we have external influences, which is the nurture, we have the internal influences, which is the nature, our biology. I'm well aware of influence base. I'm just asking you, since you are making the claim that it is a predictive system that we utilize to know human behavior, but it is not guaranteed. So,
That's not what I'm
but then you said science can basically know, like actually guarantee someone's behavior. That's what you
also
appeal to.
not what I said. I said that in certain experiments,
Control. Okay.
controlled experiments, meaning that we control for factors where like things might go wrong or things are not accurate in accordance to causes. Scientists have been able to predict how human beings are going to act on the basis of just like literally like looking at what's going on in the brain. But even if we weren't able to do that, let's just take that out of the equation. All
Sure.
of our evidence, right, when we look at how people work, comes from the brain. We understand and recognize that our brains are responsible for how we act and how we function. That's what the science says. That's what the evidence tells us. And with that being said, when we get even more specific, we understand that human actions are explained by nature and nurture because biology and the environment reliably changes our behavior, preferences, and decisions, right? For example, when we look at twin studies, we understand that people's biology reliably predicts how they act, what they like, what kind of foods that they eat, and thus their actions. But things like the rest of that variability tends to come from the environment. That's why twins are not the exact same, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
biological variability as well as the environment are what predict your actions, right? There's no other room for just some random strike of lightning that causes you to make choices day to day.
And within this controlled experiment that the scientists can do to predict someone's behavior, is it guaranteed?
What guaranteed?
From them doing their methodology in this controlled experiment to predict someone's behavior, is it a guarantee that during this experiment that they would be able to predict someone's behavior?
What we saw in these experiments is that time and time again, scientists were actually able, using brain activity, to predict what people's behavior was before they acted, or predict what choice they're going to make, right? By checking brain activity. So it's and in no scientific experiment is it going to be the case where a scientist is 100% able to do everything and it's going to be totally 100% accurate every single time. That doesn't mean that
Okay.
nature and nurture is not what predicts behavior. Let's be really clear on that. Even if we had none of these Lebet's experiments, which is what I'm kind of getting it from, nature and nurture is what causes our actions.
Got you. That makes thank you for saying that, because you totally lost this argument, and I'm going to demonstrate it here perfectly. Since you could not demonstrate, your claim is that we don't have free will. There's no such thing as free will. It's just a concept in the mind. You appeal to scientists that cannot guarantee these predictions. They cannot guarantee it. They can only predict the behaviors, but they don't always get it right. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. I'm speaking. I'll let you speak. I actually wrote it down while you were speaking. This is what you said. It is not a guarantee. If it is under your worldview, you are appealing to
what is
something.
Not a guarantee?
Don't cut me off. I'm speaking. Don't cut me off.
It's not a guarantee.
I got a few words out. Don't cut me off. Don't cut me off.
What's not a guarantee?
What's not a guarantee is the methodology that the scientist is using.
That's not
it's not
what
a guarantee.
Said. Where did you get that part written down? Because that's not what I said, is it?
You never said that it's not a guarantee. You explain how it's all predictions and they get the predictions wrong, which is not a guarantee.
What does methodology mean?
Zina, you don't know how to think right now.
I don't know how to think.
You don't know how
right
to think.
What
you don't
is
know how to
methodology?
think. So look, just stop talking and let me explain to you.
Methodology? I'm
Stop
confused.
talking. Don't ask me a question.
What is
don't
methodology?
Don't ask me a question. The method that they use to determine what they are doing. The method that they use to determine the solution. So stop
was
it.
that said?
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
No, I'm not
Stop
going to
speaking.
stop. You don't know what you're talking about. You're throwing out words
listen.
that are scientific that you don't
No,
understand, my friend.
I don't understand it. You are saying
what?
things and you're contradicting yourself, Zina. So
Not
listen.
once was I
listen,
contradicted.
Zina,
You threw out the word
I was good
methodology
faith.
and explained that that's why I was wrong. And you don't
was
know
I
what
not,
that means.
Was I not good faith and I did not let you land your plane?
You're not good faith.
Wait,
You're a
I
shit
didn't let you
debater.
land your plane? I didn't let you land your plane? Did I not let you?
I've been cut off so many times in this debate. It's just
Okay,
not
you know
good
what?
faith.
You know, no, totally fine. I'll let you have the floor and you can land your plane, and we can actually do it timed. Actually, Dane, if you want to do that,
sounds fantastic.
Let's do a minute time.
Oh, great.
And I'll yield it to Zina. You'll have 1 minute, and then I'm gonna have my 1 minute. Go ahead, Zina.
That'd be
Right,
fantastic.
cool. So,
Well, go ahead and Dane, tell her when to start. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just start when she starts talking. Let me
Okay,
reset
go ahead.
this. Okay,
Sure.
go ahead, Zina.
all right, cool. So all of our evidence when it comes to psychology and neurobiology predicts that the way that humans act is a direct result of our nature and our nurture. That is the cause of our action. So in any instance, when you make a decision, it comes from either the way that you're biologically primed, the way that you're socially primed, what environments you grew up in, which again, you don't have control over. You can simply not have total control over your biology, which is something that you're born with, or your sociology, like, your environmental circumstances that primed you from the day you were born, right? What parents you had and what kind of food you were given, etc., right? That is all proof that our actions are causal and not coming out of thin air. Let's also get the terms straight. What is libertarian free will, which is what majority of Christians believe in? This is the idea that in any instance, I could have just chosen otherwise. When I make a decision, it all is totally in my control, which directly goes against psychology. The vast majority of psychologists and neurobiologists do not believe in this because it's simply untrue, right? We understand that if our biology or our sociology is causing
All
our
right.
actions, then you can't just pick another way.
All right. There's your minute, Cooley.
Okay. All right. So everything she said was nonsensical, and I'm going to debunk it real fast. She spoke about free will and said that, oh, we don't have any free will. This is just a concept that's made up. I said, well, what system do you use if we don't have free will? Then everything is everything predetermined? She said, no, it's not predetermined. I think it's basically all predictive. And she appealed to science that do experiments under controlled environments that has a methodology that is not guaranteed. It does not guarantee human behavior. It can only predict the human behavior. And she admitted that their predictions is wrong and sometimes their predictions is right. So it's not guaranteed. If it's not a guarantee, then you are not disproving free will. You are actually explaining how we have free will because the scientists that you appeal to can't get every prediction right. If the system and the authority that you're appealing to cannot get everything right, therefore we have free will because they don't have the knowledge of knowing it. So what you're
that's your
appealing to is all
minute.
wrong. Did these
And yes-
scientists disprove free will? Yes or no?
Libertarian free will is debunked on all fronts. Psychology,
What
neurobiology,
are you talking about?
neuroscience,
Libertarian-
anything you want to talk about.
What
Because
are you
just
talking
the
about?
brute fact that we
Libertarian-
know what nature versus nurture is proves that no, not in every single moment, our decisions don't come from thin air. That's not how it works.
Okay.
Nothing proves that.
What
So
do you
yes.
believe free will is?
So the Benjamin Libet experiment shows that the brain initiates action before
No,
we are
what do
consciously
you
aware of
believe
it.
free
It
will
not
is,
prove-
Zina? Zina,
So
what do you believe free will is?
Libertarian free will is the idea that in any instance that we make an action, we could have just gone back. If we were to rewind time to that point, we could have just chosen differently. And because of what we know about
I
psychology
don't
and how
believe
our
in that
brains
though.
work.
So how about you get my worldview?
Okay, so respectfully, when we're talking about what libertarian free will is, which is what you've been
Did
saying
I
this whole
ever
time,
say
you should probably
liberal?
know
Did
what
I
it is,
ever say
instead of just arguing for no
libertarian?
reason.
Did I ever
What
say
is free will?
libertarian
What is free will? Because
will?
that's exactly what you. What is it? What is it to you? What is it
Did
to
I?
you?
Well, real quick, did I ever say libertarian free
What is
will?
free will to you? Because we're going to explain how it's exactly the thing that I just
Go
explained
ahead
in different
and
words.
answer my question first. Did I ever
You don't-
say libertarian free will?
I'm not playing the game with you. What is libertarian free will? What is
Did
it?
I ever say it?
It doesn't matter because it's exactly what
But
your argument
once again,
entails.
you are up. No, you are trying
What
to
you
make an
described
assertion.
when we were talking is
and what you
libertarian
just
free will.
what you just
described when we were
explained.
talking is libertarian free will. The only problem is
No,
you don't know
Zina,
what it is
Zina,
by
stop, Zina, stop it. You're just
name. You
talking
should
just
start
to talk.
talking about what it
You're
is. Define the
talking
term.
just to talk. Stop it. Did I ever say libertarian free will? Yes or no?
No, because you don't know what it is. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So shut up. Then
Even
why
though it
are
is
you
exactly
saying
what you believe in.
Why are
But
you
yeah.
saying that I appeal to libertarian free will?
I never said the word appeal. You're the only one who overuses that word. What are you talking about? What?
I think you have low IQ. Did you not say
My
that I
IQ is
use
most definitely
libertarian free
higher
will?
than yours. You don't know what the word
I
appeal is, bro.
guarantee that your IQ is not higher than mine
You're
because
not
I caught you
smart.
in so many
What is
contradictions.
libertarian free? What is free will to you? Let's just explain that. What is it?
Okay, once I'll give you it, but you would have to shut up for a while, okay?
Okay, my
Because
bad.
I'm going to explain it to
I'm
you, and I'm
going
going to
to
let you know.
explain what?
Great,
Do it.
great. I'm going to let you know how that your entire position is nonsensical and is illogical. Actually,
explain
since
now?
you do not believe in free will, then
you
you
explain now?
can't.
What is free will?
Stop it. Stop cutting me off
Just
because I'm
getting
going to get
started.
there.
Just getting started, Cooley.
We're getting there.
Just getting started. Go.
Since you believe that everything is predictive and basically you do believe in predeterminism, and because you're lying right now
What is
because we had a
predeterminism?
debate.
What
We
is that
had a
word?
debate that was
Hang on,
scheduled
hang
for
on.
predeterminism.
What is that?
Hang
And
on,
then
hang on.
you canceled
Cooley.
that debate.
Here we go, bro.
Cooley.
You did. You canceled that
I'm
debate
here
twice.
right now
Cooley.
for you. I'm right
Cooley.
here and I'm crushing.
Zina.
So let's
You're
Zina.
not
go.
crushing nothing.
What is free
Zina.
You
will?
look bad right
Zina,
now.
Cooley,
What is free
hello.
will?
Hello. Couple of
ahead.
things I'd like to interject. Zina, I like that the last few minutes you've gotten a little bit more into the blood sport. I like that.
my God.
We enjoy that. Number one. Number two, let's let Cooley explain what his worldview is on
He hasn't
free
even
will.
started. I want him to too. Trust
I
me.
know. Let's let him do that, and then we'll let you refute it if you can. Cooley, I'm going to give you, let's say, 2 minutes to explain your position
no.
on worldview.
Okay. God is divine. God is eternal, and everything came from God. The nature of God is good. God caused everything as far as the universe and human beings. So he's the first cause. But God gave human beings the agency to be secondary causes, right? Meaning that if God didn't design us in a way where we can be secondary causes, then everything would be predetermined or determined. That's what everything would be. If God didn't give us the ability to be a secondary cause, everything would be determined because God then causes everything. I appeal to Christianity. So the reason why we have free will is because we have the ability to disobey God's order, or we have the ability to stand by God's order.
All right. So you came in almost right at 2 minutes. So okay, Zina,
perfect. Now
I'm gonna
try
give
to
you,
disprove my argument and say that it's libertarian free will.
It's difficult. It's difficult for me to have this much structure because I do love the melee. But okay, Zina, I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to say whatever you want to say in response to that.
All right, cool. So the only problem with this argument is that it almost presupposes that any action that we could have taken could have been done a different way, which is not true. If you believe that God is omniscient and that he knows everything that you're going to do in your life and that he knows everything about you, even despite the fact that he literally created your brain, created your faculties for experience, and therefore he put in all the coding into how your brain does work, right? Therefore, this kind of also just disproves this argument and this idea that we could have acted any other way. If God knows that there's some future that you have in your life, and he therefore it's set in stone because he knows what is going to be, you could not have acted differently. You can never act differently. Number one. Number two, even if we are able to act in out of accordance with what God's will is, which again, he made the space for, he made it so we are able to do that regardless. The problem is if we are made inherently sinful, we're simply not able to do anything other than what we were going to do in the first place. If we are going to sin in our lifetimes, if that is true because of what Adam and Eve did, if that's always going to be the case, then it can't be the case that we act differently and just totally act in accordance with his will. Regardless, the biggest issue with libertarian free will, which is again what you just it is what you believe in. It's what you
No,
just
it's not.
described. Yes, it is. That is directly
No,
in accordance with.
Hang on, Cooley. She
No,
got
it
35.
isn't.
moment.
She has
you go. Go
35
ahead.
more seconds. 35 more
Right.
seconds. Go ahead.
That is exactly what you explained is what libertarian free will believers do. Like that's their argument. It's really simple. It's nothing new, right? The problem is God has omniscience and he knows the future. The fact that there is a future that he knows means that we cannot act out of accordance with his omniscience unless he is not omniscient. So, pretty simple.
I'm good, Dane, to go.
Yeah.
Watch how easy her argument gets defeated. If you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
If you're God and you know the future, it means that it's set in stone. Yes.
You didn't answer my question. If you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
If I know something, it doesn't mean that I caused it. If God knows something because he is omniscient and his knowledge is infallible, it cannot be wrong.
Okay, so therefore, I'll repeat it back. So therefore, you're saying that God, since he knows something, he caused it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that his knowledge can't be wrong.
Okay. If that's not what you're saying, then can you answer my question instead of making another answer to another question?
I'm just quite simply answering your question, actually.
No, you
It's
didn't
really
at all.
simple.
If you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
Can we do things?
Yo,
that-
chat, she can't answer
Here
questions.
you
She is
go
low
again, screaming
IQ.
to chat. You're not
Listen,
answering
it's
my
just
questions.
stupid. Answer the question. Answer the question. You trying? This is why I got the ball up because coach,
Stop
I can't
getting so
score.
emotional. You're
Coach, I
getting
can't score.
emotional.
She's moving the
You're getting
goalpost.
what goalpost?
Answer my question.
What goalpost?
If you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
Am I God?
I'm asking you.
I'm not God. So that's number one. So my knowledge is not infallible.
She
If
can't
God
answer a
knows
question.
Everything you're going to, does God know everything you're going to do? Does God know everything you're going to do?
Instead of asking me the
Cool. Here we
question,
go.
how
I'm
about
gonna
you
stay here.
answer the
So,
question?
I'm going to be here for around 5 more minutes. It's almost 10 p.m. I'm going to
Yeah.
ask you the question
So-
one more time. If you can't answer it,
Wait.
we're gonna be
Do
done.
I have to?
Can God do anything that can you do anything that God does not know you're going to do?
Got you. Real quick.
Didn't
Did
answer
I
me.
ask you a question first?
It doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
So you're just not.
It really doesn't.
So
Listen,
I'll
I
be good
literally-
faith.
oh my
Look, I'll be good faith since you can't defeat me at all. You're so low IQ. I'll
Yes.
answer your question for you, right? So I would answer. Go ahead. State it again.
Does God know the future? Does God know what's going to happen? Let's ask it like that.
Yeah, God knows what's going to happen.
All right.
Okay,
so
now can you
do
answer my
anything
question?
other
Wait, time
than what
out.
God
Can
is
you
going to
answer
do?
my question?
No, I have a
answered
follow-up,
it. Can you answer my?
unfortunately.
Wait,
You've talked so
wait.
much.
You're the
No.
only one that can have
If you're-
follow-up questions, Zina?
Guys, how many follow-up questions have
Okay,
you have
okay.
been interrogating me this entire
I'll do
life?
it. I'll do it then.
So
That's totally
answer,
fine.
just-
Totally fine.
Right.
So let's
Can you do
this.
anything
Let's
other
agree
than
to
what
this,
God
Zina.
knows you're going to do?
Uh,
Can you do anything
let's-
other than what God knows you're going to do?
real quick, just for a meta, because I want to make sure it's good faith. I want to make sure it's good faith.
That God knows you're not going to do.
I'm going to answer all your questions. I promise you I will.
God, bro.
But after I answer your questions, I'll give you 3 of them. After I answer your 3 questions, can you then please answer all of my 3 questions? Please?
Yeah, sure.
You promise?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm ready for it. Go.
Does God know the future?
Yeah, God knows everything.
Okay. Can you do anything other than what God knows you're going to do?
No, because he knows the future.
Okay. So therefore, you cannot do anything other than what is going to happen inevitably because God knows it. Therefore, you do not have free will. You don't have the free ability to choose.
Okay, thank you. Now, can you answer my questions?
Debunked.
No, it
Thank
wasn't
you.
debunked. Can you answer my
That is
questions?
directly debunked, actually, because we just explained what free will
Can
is,
you
and you
please
negated
answer
it.
my questions?
So what's the follow up from that? You just
Hang on.
disregarded your own argument.
Let's let Cooley ask his 3 questions now.
Yeah.
What's
We
the
all
point
agreed to
if he's
that.
not going to
The
concede the argument that
point,
he
the
just
point
conceded?
is that you gave your word that
You
you would
gave your
answer 3
word.
questions.
Oh
So
my
let's do
God.
that.
Okay,
If Cooley
before
comes
I
out,
answer
if-
these questions, I'm going to have to set the bar that you just directly contradicted your argument.
He
If
may-
you think
therefore
that,
you can-
if whatever you think is fine, whatever you think is fine.
Zina, you can refute him and tell him all about his bar if you want, but you agreed. He answered your 3. Now, can you just honor your word and let him ask his 3?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So my first question: if you know something, does that mean that you caused it?
If I, a mortal human being, know something, that does not mean I caused it. No.
Got it. Now, if God knows something, does that mean he caused it?
What makes him cause your actions is the fact that he made you and made your mind. So that's totally separate. The fact that he knows what you're going to do is not what causes you to not be able to do what he knows what you're going to do.
So you just
But the
refuted
fact
your
that
own
he
point right
does-
there.
The fact that he knows what you're going to do is not what causes you to not be able to do what he knows what you're going to do.
No, but the fact that he does know the future, and there is some future that he does know,
Okay.
means that by default, you cannot do something other than it. He is omniscient, meaning all-knowing.
Okay, got it. So if you watching a movie with your friend, you've already watched this movie before, so you know the ins and outs. And let's say it looks like you you kind of young, but maybe you watched Clueless before. But let's say you watched the movie Clueless. You know the ins and outs, you know what's going to happen, and you're watching it with your friend. And as you're watching it with your friend, you're saying the things that the characters are saying in a movie that before they even say it. Like if the girl says, "Oh, wow, watch out, Billy," and you say it right before they say it, and then your friend is like, "Wow, you really know this movie." But then she says, "Since you know it, you caused this movie. You caused it? How do you know it?" You see the difference there? So what you're saying, just because you know something does not mean that you cause something. You have low IQ. I said God gives us free will. He made human beings to have these secondary cause. Listen, stop talking. I let you talk enough. God made human beings to be secondary causes, so he doesn't cause us to do anything. He knows everything because God is not bound by time, space, or matter, so he can watch the movie and still know it without causing it. Low IQ.
Once again,
it's been debunked.
It's
been debunked. You are dumb. You are stupid, Zina. You are stupid and you are dumb, Zina. Yes, you are. You're stupid and you're dumb. You got debunked right now and you look retarded. Yes, you do. I refuted everything that you said. You're dumb. You thought I believed in some libertarian, some free will and stuff like that. You are an idiot. You have low IQ. If you know something, it doesn't mean that you caused it. If you know something, it doesn't mean that you caused it. If you know something, it doesn't mean that you caused it, Zina. And you said, well, if God knows something, you refuted your own point within your sentences. You said, well, God can know something, but he actually didn't cause it. But just the simple fact that he knows it means that he caused it, but you can't demonstrate it. He's not moderating it right now because you're getting cooked.
He's not moderating because he's literally part of your team.
I told you to bring someone. Listen, we had this debate scheduled about 4 times. I told you to bring someone. You canceled 4 times.
I knew it was going to be this
it ain't no BS. You are dumb. You got refuted on the main topic of can we ground morality without God. You got refuted on that, and you got refuted on predeterminism.
You're a 30-year-old man. Please have respect for yourself.
You got refuted on all of it.
I don't even know. Like,
it's called blood sport debate.
Not a single refutation, actually. Not a single refutation.
I refuted everything you said.
The fact that I'm so sorry. The fact that grown adults
didn't understand my argument
and get emotional and cry on live.
It's called it's called passion. It's called blood sport debate. This is entertainment value.
It's emotional.
This is for entertainment value. Zina, Zina, you don't think that you're emotional and you've been cutting me off the entire time? You've been bad faith. You wasn't answering any of my questions. But once you started to answer my questions, you are dumb. You are nonsensical. You're dumb.
God is omniscient. You believe you can directly contradict God's knowledge.
You're wrong. Whoever said that, you're making up stuff. You're dumb.
You just don't understand.
You are stupid.
That's the problem.
You are stupid.
Respectfully.
Listen, we should do this in person. Let's go into whatever podcast. I'll hit up Brian. We'll do it in person like you did with DPH. And I'll wash you. I would wash you. There's no crying, you idiot. I'm washing you. This is called content. So Zina, I'll teach you something. Zina. It's your first time. No, stop it, Zina. It's your first time. It's your first time doing content, right? It's your first time doing content. So you don't understand about being entertaining. You don't understand anything about that, right? You don't understand anything about being entertaining. This is called entertainment, and I've been cooking you.
What you do is entertainment. Yes, it's not knowledgeable.
Matter of fact, let me get the blicky on her, man. Let me turn on my.
You're a child. Why do you have Nerf guns? You're a child.
Cooley.
I got kids. But anyways,
that's even more depressing.
Listen,
how do you have kids and you do this every day?
I've been cooking you. It's been a bloodbath. Okay. Listen, I've been wearing all black because it's been a funeral. I wore all black today because there's been a funeral. And she rage quit. Get her up out of here. Stupid, low IQ dork. As I was saying, chat, you guys all witnessed the bloodbath. Listen. I had the gun locked and loaded. She was talking about, there's no such thing as free will and all of this other stuff. Can you explain free will? I explained it for her perfect. She thought I believed in some hogwash where I was like, well, no, God created human beings to have a secondary cause. So if human beings has a secondary cause, this doesn't mean that God causes our actions, but God is divine. He is omniscient and God is not bound by time, space, or matter. Therefore, God can know everything Just like Zina is watching Clueless with her little girls, right? Watching Clueless, but she already watched it before, but she knows the whole movie, so then she can predict what's being said and she already knows the end. Well, that's God. God knows the entire movie already, right? But he created us to be secondary causes where we have our own free will to do things and we're not constrained by being robots, right? And to think about it, right? Think about how nonsensical it is. Under her worldview, if we don't have free will, she can't even make an account or justify how we have knowledge, because then everything would be determined under her worldview. Knowledge wouldn't be possible because it can be determined that you can believe in lies. It can be determined that you can be manipulated, right? So she's just stupid. She thought she was coming up here and gonna cook, but she got cooked. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.